In the last two videos, we talked about two major components of RE, solar and wind. The potential of these technologies and as well as fossil fuels is leveraged by installing large power plants at utility scale. So a developer install a plant somewhere and feeds the generated power in the grid, but it is possible to generate electricity, especially from solar at our roofs or backyard of farms. So this use of renewable technology is called distributed renewable energy, DRE, through which anyone, you, I, can generate our own power. Now imagine the potential of such a powerful technology in lighting the lives of millions of people who still do not have access to electricity. According to UN, 11% of the global population, or over 800 million people, still lack access to modern electricity. These are mostly people living in remote areas where grid is either difficult to reach or rather very expensive to expand. These people live substandard lives and the productivity is low. Providing them with electricity will improve their living standards. The application of DRE can be seen in this table I want to show you. I'll share my screen with you. Just a second. So as you can see on my screen, this table, it explains clearly that how this DRE can can help these areas to grow, the irrigation, illumination, grinding, etc., and can help people to generate extra value or income from it. For instance, irrigation can help grow better crops and high value crops, then greater reliability of the irrigation systems, enabling crop growth during periods when market prices are higher, and different technologies, say small wind turbines and solar PV, biomass, small hydro, can be used to improve the irrigation practices. So from this table, you can see that how it is possible from these small interventions through DRE to improve the lives of people. And from this value addition, apart from this, the DRE also has some added benefits that the energy is consumed where it is produced, so there are no transmission and distribution losses and no grid overloads for adding these new consumers, and there are techno-commercial benefits of this generating power close to the point of consumption. So DRE could be used either directly by installing a solar panel in the home of a consumer, but the capital cost of such systems is very high. So therefore, the next best solution comes through mini grids. A localized or decentralized small energy generating system is called a nano or micro or a mini grid, which are easy to put up, which may be connected to grid or may not be. So this nomenclature depends on the size of the small power plant. A mini grid is the system which has a capacity about 10 kilowatt to up to some few megawatts, which serves the residential, commercial, institutional, small industrial loads. As opposed to this, the microgrids are the systems with capacities of less than 10 kilowatt. So far, diesel was the source of this decentralized energy in the through mini grids. And though convenient, this diesel is a polluting fuel. With falling prices of solar, now solar is becoming this major part of the mini grids, and along with other renewable technologies like biomass or wind, to form a hybrid system which is backed with some storage capacity. So this becomes a flexible and reliable energy source, and it aids in the accessibility to affordable power in hinterlands, in countries, or in some areas of Africa which lack centralized grid altogether. And on the employment front, according to IRENA, for every 1 million investment in the renewable energy, it generates 7.5 full-time jobs on an average, as against fossil fuels, which generate one third. And within these renewables, it is the distributed renewable energy, DRE, including this rooftop and mini grid, and even some allied manufacturing of solar lights and inverters. This enhances the prospects of employment generation. So, as per an Indian study, full-time employment generated per megawatt of installation of a rooftop is about some 24.7, as against 3.4 for utility scale solar, and even lesser for wind energy project at 1.3. This recently published Renewable Energy Jobs Annual Review 2020 by IRENA, this shows that the jobs in renewable sector has reached 11.5 million globally last year in 2019, which is led by solar PV with some 3.8 million jobs, or a third of the total. Adopting renewables creates jobs and boost low carbon growth and local income in both developed and developing energy markets. So globally, China accounts for 38% of the total jobs created by RE sector, followed by European Union and Brazil, and then India at 7%. Women occupy one third of the workforce in global renewable energy sector, as opposed to 1/5 in fossil fuel sector. So, over and above, DRE has many benignant spillover effects and can bridge the gap in meeting at least 7 of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. I would list these. So, SDG 1, which is reducing poverty. So as we have seen that various DRE services, they are generating some additional value or income for the consumers. Then SDG 3, good health and well-being. So with the advent of electricity in rural areas, healthcare services can be improved. SDG 4, quality education. And of course, with improved education opportunities in electrified schools and homes. SDG 5, gender equality. Electrification through DRE empowers women to start small businesses right from their homes. And SDG 7, ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. DRE has the direct impact on this SDG. Then SDG 8 is decent work and economic growth. So as the electrification improves, job opportunities and rural areas improve. SDG 13 is climate action, and with reduced emissions through DRE, for instance, by replacing diesel for agriculture, etc. So here we see that how the renewables on the macro level are important in improving the energy sector as such, but distributed renewable energy sector plays more important role in transforming lives of people. Thank you and take care.